A divisional round than we think. Maybe you think. In fact, a lot of times those 9 and 10-point favorites, like the Ravens last year, lose. Do the Browns have a shot to knock off the Chiefs? I think so. We'll talk about that coming up.
All right, Colin, thank you. Well, Drew Brees and Tom Brady's History Channel meme just went a step further when Gronk suggested that Morgan Freeman narrate it. Well, Freeman hasn't responded yet. Comedian Frank Caliendo took his best crack at it. Please take a listen.
On January 17th, 2021, the two oldest living human beings on planet Earth will battle for the opportunity to play in the NFC Championship, which will probably be in Green Bay against that nice young man, Aaron Rodgers. But for now, it's great-grandpa Drew and the New Orleans Saints versus the Big Bang himself, Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Only on History.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Shannon, did this get you pumped up for Brady-Brees round three?
It's unbelievable because he sounds, Frank Caliendo sounds just like Morgan Freeman. Because Morgan Freeman can voice over anything and make you want to watch it. So even though this is a spoof skip, it actually got you, make you want to watch like, this could like really be on the History Channel. So it was great.
Is that Morgan? It sounds just...
It's unbelievable.
That might be his best impression of
Great Grandpa Drew and Big Bang.
Big Bang Theory. But you know what? Tom Brady's been playing up this old man theme all week, and I just think on Sunday night, 43 is going to play like 23.
Skip, you remember the guy that was in the bubble? He let the gray come through on his beard.
Ooh.
You remember that, Skip, man? You remember that?
But it's gone.
You know where it goes. We put a little gray in there to show that thing up.
It's just so good. History will be made this weekend. I'm so looking forward to all these games. Skip, Shannon, have a great weekend. We'll be back Monday. The Herd's on now. Have a good one. Baker Mayfield and the Browns will have their hands full as the largest underdogs of the weekend against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And earlier on the show, Skip went out on a limb. He picked Baker in the upset 28-27. A close one, but Shannon, please do tell him how wrong he is.
Skip, you said there's nobody, you don't pick against. One guy you don't pick against. That's, what is it? Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
Yep.
There's another guy that you should not pick against.
Really?
Patrick Mahomes, boy. Last 24 games, 23-1. Is that pretty? Is that good? I don't know. I don't really know. Is that pretty good? What's Tom Brady's last 24 games?
In his previous 7 games, Pro Football Focus ranks him 9th best quarterback because he hasn't been very good.
If you don't mind me asking, the previous 7 games, how many of them did he lose?
Well, he won them barely. And
I know a guy got 6 Super Bowls. Well, a lot of them went with field goals. Barely.
Yeah.
But he got them, right?
He won 6 with 6 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter overtime.
My guy won 1 spot and the guy 10 points. Spotted everybody in the playoff last year 10 points.
Well, he spotted one team 24 points at home.
That's what we do. Skip, you know what this man represents. You know there's no lead safe. And when he's the, look, Tom is what Tom has done, but what he's been able to do in a very short period of time, the confidence that he exudes, and talking to people, Travis Kelce and guys that play with him, Skip, there's a confidence level that when you accomplish what he's accomplished, and that's what happened with Brady. Brady started winning, and then he believed that he couldn't lose, and that's what happens with this kid. This kid believes that he can't lose. I do not believe that the Browns can force the amount of turnovers they got from the Steelers. I don't believe they can force that up on the Chiefs.
Well, duh. I mean,
Well, it's over then.
It's a disaster.
Well, it is over. Because, you going to tell me they're going to possess the ball for 35, 40 minutes.
I did. They're going to win the time of possession 35-25 and 28-27 on the score.
Hey, so you tell me that, and Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb Rock go rush for 200 yards? I think, Skip, you got me. And it still won't be enough. My homeboy gonna pull out that magic. Watch him.
Okay, so obviously Mahomes is better than Baker. Obviously the Chiefs are better than the Browns.
Okay.
But one team is hot and one team is not hot. And the hot team is going to pull off the upset of the playoffs so far because this team is rolling on offense. Baker, in his last 11 games is 19 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. He has come of age. He is finally living up to all those commercials on television. The target on his back has gotten smaller and smaller because he's played bigger.
Well, he gonna need it. He gonna need some insurance.
Okay, well, you can certainly argue, but he's got a lot of insurance up ahead of him, in front of him, because he's got the best offensive line in pro football. And
you know his defense got to take the field too, though, right?
Okay.
So you believe they're going to score every time they touch the football?
Denzel Ward and Kevin Johnson, their 2 starting corners, are back off the COVID list. And they got this guy named Myles Garrett. I don't know if you've seen him, but he is Aaron Donald-like. He's coming more off the edge, obviously. And I think he will cause some problems for Mahomeboy. And I think Mahomeboy, because he hasn't played for 3 weeks and he hasn't played great for the previous 10 weeks, I just think they'll get off to a slow start, and this will be a battle to the wire.
Well, Skip, you tell me, if they had Hanford Dixon and Minifield, those famous corners that they had at Cleveland Browns when they was in the dog pound, I was like, okay, Skip, you got something.
Denzel Ward is serious.
So you want him on Tyreek?
He's going to have to take somebody each time. I just like their odds against a team that, look at these last few games. They win by 2, 4, 3, 6, 6, 3, and 3 against an Atlanta team that you think's terrible.
Before you threw out that number, you said something very interesting. Look at these last 6 games in which they won. You said about 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. You mentioned they won. You ain't mentioned about the Males. Because I know a team that caught some L's, and we put one on them.
Who was that?
Yeah, you know.
I don't know.
We had
talking about.
One guy had 2 and 3 yards in the first quarter.
All right. I'm ending this
Your
for
day
now.
coming. Your day coming on Monday. I just want you to know that.
One more thing to talk about. Tom Brady's History Channel meme.